All right, y'all. We're going to talk about what happened on Friday. So, shalom to everybody in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Well, the stock market and the crypto market both crashed on Friday due to Donald Trump announcing tariffs on China. As soon as he made the announcement, everything crashed. Now, really, the worst of them all was crypto. Crypto lost $19 trillion, which means it was the worst crash in crypto history. They have never lost 19 trillion in one day. But that's what happened. $19 trillion. That is like insane. But see, the last time Donald Trump did this tariff stuff, his rich friends made all this money selling. And then all of a sudden he pulled back on the tariffs. But by then his rich buddies all had this astronomical money, billions of dollars that they made. So he pulled the same stunt again. But right now, the crypto market is looking really bad. You know, some people are too through and some are investing all over again. Go figure, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. I know they could have given us reparations. We wouldn't have wasted $19 trillion. We wouldn't have wasted it.
It just keeps falling. All of it. Everything I put in, it's gone. Why won't it stop? I can't do this! No! Damn it! Oh, God.
It looks like the reason why Trump posted that tweet about tariffs that has caused cryptocurrency markets to crash is entirely due to a misunderstanding between him and President Xi. So the reason why Trump posted about, hey, we're going to increase tariffs on China because they're doing some things we don't like is because the United States thought that China was announcing some new export controls that was going to ban the exports of rare earth minerals out of China, in particular to the United States. But China just came out and said, no, that's not what we meant by export controls. In no way, shape, or form is this going to ban rare earth mineral exports. And we're basically here interested in having a trade deal. And then also Trump came out with this Truth Social post where he just said, hey, don't worry about China. It'll be all fine. Highly respected President Xi just had a bad moment. He doesn't want a depression for his country, yada, yada. He wants to help China. It seems like things are totally fine now, so they're back to the table talking about the current trade deal, and the misunderstanding is cleared up. So the reason why cryptocurrency markets first started to have a cascade of selling, which caused liquidations, which enabled a bug on Binance's exchange to be exploited and cause even more liquidations, that reason that started that whole, cascade of an avalanche, whatever you want to call it, doesn't seem to be real.
Your crypto deal. What should I be buying in this market crash?
I bought 2 coins yesterday. I bought $15,000 of XRP. I bought $15,000 of USCR because I'm watching what President Trump is doing.
Your crypto cycle. What are you buying during the market crash?
Well, the number one is HBAR, of course, because it operates on a consensus mechanism. It's different from the blockchain. I feel like institutions are going to be attracted to that. I also bought a whole bunch of USCR because of an insider wallet that I've been tracking. Yesterday, bought over $70,000 worth.
Nice. Yo, Land and Trades, what are you buying during this market crash?
I'm not going to lie, I'm full ported into USCR. The reason for that is I'm watching exactly what Donald Trump is doing. He's buying US-based tokens, and this is the only project that is currently out there that is doing the same thing. On launch today, purchasing over $1 million worth of US-based tokens and locking over $600,000 in liquidity. So very bullish on USCR.
I'm definitely buying USCR.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
So y'all seen how the stock market just reached one of the most craziest fucking drops, right? So over 2,000, well, they're stating, y'all, that over 2,000 crypto traders committed suicide just yesterday after the fucking stock market crash. Okay, y'all. And the Ukrainian crypto influencer named Konstantin Galish has died by suicide, y'all, in his Lamborghini amid the market crash on Friday. Mind y'all, he lost over $30 million of his own investing money. So I guess it hurt his feelings. That shit affected a lot of people in their funds. And you know, we already know that the stock market crash was on purpose. And this was some historical ass shit. Because they said the U.S. stock market suffered a sharp and sudden sell-off after Trump announced a 100% tariff on China, right? On all China's imports, reigniting trade tensions between the two largest economies, right? And the announcement was basically announced on Thursday, shocking investors who had expected a gradual negotiation path rather than an abrupt escalation. And the traders began dumping their shares in sectors most dependent on Chinese manufacturing and exports, y'all, particularly technology, consumer goods, and automotive stocks. At the end of Friday, y'all, the S&P 500 had dropped about 2.7%, marking it as the most single worst performance since April, y'all. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell around 879 points, which is 1.9%, while the tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite plunged nearly 3.6% too. So it's like people literally watched them dropped these prices, y'all, so motherfucking low. And guess what happened? Guess how much liquidation went into this shit throughout this time period. So when we say that these motherfuckers don't be doing this shit on purpose, and that this crypto shit is crazy, and that it's like, I get it, people be saying, oh, it's a hit and miss, and no, we have to literally pay attention to everything that happens, because what the fuck.
A day in history to play out today, and XRP today flash crashed all the way down to $1.50. Did you buy the dip? Were you able to get in? I was not.
Okay, is anyone else like legit pissed about today's absolute slaughtering of the crypto market? Like, XRP just crumbled down to fucking $1.60. I think Robinhood was saying. I was getting notifications from Uphold like down to this, down to this, down to this, all for like a couple hours today, and it was terrifying. And also Uphold restricted trading. It wouldn't let you trade. It was just blacked out. Not that I was going to, but what if I wanted to sell and I couldn't? Like, how can we not sue them? How is that legal? I don't get it, honestly. And also, like, this is just total market manipulation. Like, they're just making the price crash and stealing billions of dollars from all of us, and then they're gonna buy back when it's low, and then they're gonna sell when it's high again. And it's like, yes, we're gonna do that like once, when we have our exit point that we're hoping is obviously gonna be $5 or $10 here. God, I just can't wait for it to hit that. I'm out because I can't deal with it. I can't deal with the stress. Maybe I'll let a third of it ride for the rest of my life and sit there just in case it does anything high or crazy. But my point is, this is not cool. Okay, the big guys screw us all the little. This is 1,000% insider trading. Like, they inside trade. How? It's just so unfair. I'm pissed about it, you guys. Honestly, this is my rant. Okay, look at the cutie baby though. Okay, but seriously, today was absolute chaos shit. Okay, and they just screw it, all of us, all the time. And there's a big gang, and we're not in on it. We're not, okay? We're all gonna be so happy to we're already so happy I doubled my money, tripled my money, whatever. And now they stole all of that, and hopefully, obviously, it will go back up. But why is one eye look bigger than the other? What is happening? I just had a good cry. That's a whole nother video, though. Anyways, putting myself to bed early on a Friday night. I've had it with today, okay? My rant's over. This has gone really sideways. Okay. It's just not fair. It's just not fair, and I'm pissed about it, guys. Tell me how you feel about this whole XRP crash situation. Hopefully this means it's going back up, right? But still, I feel like all the big whales just capitalize all the time off of just shaking it up and down and up and down, and it's not freaking cool. I guess I should just learn how to day trade so I can get in on this, because yeah, you can't beat them, join them, right? Although I just feel like contributing nothing to society is just also not the way to go ethically for me, so I won't be doing that probably. But anyways, all right, my rant's over. Bye. Good night.
Please, please, please do not be so blind. To think that this crash in the market yesterday was organic is probably the funniest thing I have ever heard. This was a 100% coordinated attack onto crypto, and all of it falls into place with Donald Trump's strategy to have nearly no coins survive until the end of this year. It's really important that you guys understand exactly what Donald Trump is doing. And what Trump is doing right now is building the United States Crypto Reserve, which purely focuses on United States-based tokens. Any token that is not made in the United States, Donald Trump is going to send to zero. His only focus is on US-based tokens. So you have to look for tokens that are made in America. And here's exactly the ones that I'm invested in. And I honestly think that I may have found one that is actually building something pretty awesome, which aligns very closely with Donald Trump's vision. Donald Trump shared his vision on the United States Crypto Reserve just a few months ago, earlier this year, saying that the reserve will include XRP, Solana, and ADA, as well as Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now, obviously, all those coins that Donald Trump listed to be included in the reserve are great coins, and I have all of those. But honestly, those aren't the coins that are going to do a 100x, and here's the one that I think actually has the potential. This US-based project is currently accumulating a bunch of US-based currencies following Donald Trump's exact plan. This project also came out with pretty good funding on their day of launch, purchasing over $1 million worth of US-based tokens. And I actually like the way that they run things where the community has a say in what's going on. For example, like the voting that they had yesterday for 48 hours between XRP, Chainlink, and Solana, which are all US-based tokens. Solana won, and then they were supposed to purchase $47,000 worth. Shortly after that poll ended, this project literally purchased $47,000 worth of Solana, which is extremely bullish because there's so many projects that are just absolute shitters and just promise all this fake stuff, but these guys are actually delivering on everything that they're saying. Plus, another good thing is that they actually locked over $600,000 into the liquidity pool, which is super bullish, meaning that they can't just pull out the liquidity and dump the token. Yesterday, during the massive dump in the entire market, people started actually panic selling some of these coins too, but I was able to buy in around the support level of 21 million. It's starting to wick back up again, but I honestly fully believe that we could easily see a 100x on this coin. I'm going to give you instructions on exactly how to find the right thing because there's a lot of fakes going around in case you guys are interested.
Make sure you guys bookmark this video. You're going to go to Google and search up United States Crypto Reserve. Then you're going to scroll down a little bit until you see right here where it says USCR United States Crypto Reserve. Now, once you get here, you're going to go right here where it says contract address, and then you're going to click copy. Now, after you copy the CA, you can go over to Phantom Wallet and paste it over there, and then you'll see the United States Crypto Reserve that pops up. This is what the chart's looking like right now. It's been solid, like literally only up and to the right. And then we saw a little dip, which was during all the panic yesterday. And it's already starting to go back up. But I'm currently in it right now. And I'm thinking we're going to blow past old all-time highs. So I'm super bullish.
Okay, I just found out that the crypto markets crashed yesterday. And here's what I want to say about it. Because normally I deal in government intervention into free markets and government spending. So I wasn't aware that people were purchasing crypto on the margin. Well, what does that mean? Well, let's say you're going through Robinhood as your broker and you have $10,000. They'll give you 2 times that to invest with, called the margin. You want to keep that in really safe bets because risky bets, if they fall beyond what your ability is to cover the margin, they'll margin call you. They'll sell everything off and you will owe the loss. I was not aware that people were purchasing crypto on the margin. That is a horrible, stupid, foolish idea. I can't even believe it's legal. But apps like Binance, and I am sure people are going to jail in the next few months, are giving people 100 times their cash on the margin. That means you give them $100,000, or if you have $1,000, for example, they will give you $100,000 to play in crypto. Well, what's the problem? The problem is when Trump announces a 100% tariff, people panic and they sell off their riskiest assets. And crypto is the riskiest asset anyone can have, so they sell that first. If you see a 20% drop in crypto, you are no longer able to, you don't have the cash to cover the margin. And what happens next? They margin call you. So it's not a situation where you say, oh, just hold it, it'll go back up. You just got margin called. You have nothing, and you are going to spend the next year in bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is going to chicken out, and he's going to buy up all your cheap crypto with his friends and get rich, while crypto bros are going to be leaving the company in the back of their Lamborghinis.
What the actual fuck just happened today? In the past like 20 hours, over $7 billion in crypto was liquidated. Let me put this into perspective for you. This is COVID levels. Everything's crashing and I'm so sad. But I am not sad enough to be selling. Why are you selling right now? The market is in the absolute gutter right now. So why are you selling past your average cost? Why are you selling? Don't sell right now. Not financial advice.
How did somebody make $190 million while everyone else was losing their shirts yesterday? If you don't know, there was one of the biggest crashes we've ever seen in crypto. And someone came in 24 hours before and started placing shorts against the market. Short is just when you bet that the underlying asset is going to go down in price and you will make money on that. Now, this all started October 9th. At 16:39 GMT time, they start accumulating this Bitcoin short. They initially put, and this is not chump change, guys. This isn't under your couch, pennies. This is $80 million that initially gets deposited, and they start placing shorts against Bitcoin. Okay, that's fine. Now the amount is unusual, but that itself is not the unusual part. Then we have Ethereum starts to get shorted at 3:49 GMT. Interesting. $30 million gets deposited into this account. Immediately start placing major bets that the market is going to go down. Why is this significant? Well, because at 14:57, this is only a few hours later, like 12 hours later, Trump posts on Truth Social that they are calculating a massive increase on Chinese tariffs. This is due to a rare earth mineral dispute. But the point is, nobody knew this was coming, except, of course, maybe this guy, because he's already got these multi-million-dollar shorts.
Did someone or a group of people know what Donald Trump was going to tweet? How manipulated is the crypto market? Let us know what you think in the comments.
Man, I'm tired of all this winning. Our trade was doing fantastic this morning, right? We were going up and up. But who could have seen Cheeto Man coming out today and saying that he's going to put tariffs on China again? The S&P has tanked over 100 points in 30 minutes since that tweet came out. And obviously, Bitcoin's not immune. It's just been melting away. So, what happens now? Well, if we lose this key area right here, this is our next target, 113.9. Now, before everyone gets extremely bearish and starts calling for dump-tober, which is justified at this point in time, there's still a chance. And it all comes down to this area right here. If we can get back above towards that 120, we'll be good. But if not, 119, here we go.
Okay, so the crypto market had a big dip today. I don't want anybody to panic. Everything is totally fine. This is a great opportunity to buy more crypto. I was not anticipating making a video today, but I threw on some makeup and decided to do this because my phone has been completely blowing up for the last hour with people texting me and calling me, and everybody's panicked. I don't want anybody to panic. Everything is fine. So when I logged into Coinbase today and I saw that Say was at 18 cents a coin, of course I immediately put in a buy order, and it was rejected. And Coinbase is having some issues right now. There's probably a lot of people buying crypto right now because this is a great opportunity. It is a massive clearance sale. So if you're able to get your transactions to go through, go for it. Buy more. I eventually did get my buy order to go through, but then it went through at 22 cents a coin versus 18 cents. I was like, man, that sucks. But hey, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. I bought a little more XRP. I bought a little more Pyth. Get some Pyth. Actually, speaking of Pyth, I had a dream the other day. For whatever reason, this is what's happening to me. So I go to sleep, and when I wake up, as I'm waking up in this groggy state, I hear a voice talking to me, and sometimes it gives me messages specifically about crypto because obviously, that's what I focus on. And the other day it told me to buy Pyth, and I've been meaning to make a video. I've just been very, very busy. I have a million readings to get to, and I just did a tarot show last night, so I'm just really, really busy. I'm But anyways, that's what I'd recommend doing right now. Just buy more crypto. Don't panic. Don't panic sell. Panic selling is one of the worst things you can do. Why is this happening? I haven't even had a chance to look into it. Obviously, there's been a big sell-off. Somebody spooks something, or maybe this is also a sign of a bull run coming, because they always crash the market before the bull run comes, and I've been seeing this come like for a long time, and the energy is just really, really high. So the bull run's right around the corner. Don't even worry about it. Just use this as an opportunity to buy more. Don't panic. Just be patient. Everything is okay. The crypto market moves fast. It dips really, really fast, and it spikes up really, really fast. So I recommend that you put your notifications on. Mark the cryptos that you want notifications for, so that way, like, if there's a big spike up or a big dip down, you're aware of it. And when there's a big dip down, that's, a great opportunity to, throw a little bit more money into it. You don't have to buy big amounts, $25, $50, $100, whatever it is that you have to spare that is you're not going to miss. That's what I recommend doing right now. And this is a really, really good sign. I'm actually very excited about this, but I also don't want anybody to panic, which is why I'm making this video. And I threw on makeup just for you guys. Anyways, check this out. That's where I post everything first. So if you want the fastest up-to-date information, I have a free membership on there as well. And so when there's big shifts in the market, I'll always put out a little blurb reassuring people, hey, this is not the end of the world. Everything's okay. I provide some insight, and that's available to the free members as well. So, and as I'm shooting this video, I just got a notification that about $8 billion was liquidated from the crypto market over the course of the last 60 minutes. So when we see things like this is a great opportunity. Don't panic. Everything's fine. This is actually a really, really good thing. So I want you to change the way that you think about it. Put out some positive energy into the universe. When there's big dips down, there's big opportunities to make money very quickly, because the market's going to shoot right back up. And, let's say you throw $100 into something, and then, 2 days later it's doubled. I mean, you can't make that kind of money in the stock market. So there's an opportunity here. Don't panic. Everything's good. I love you guys. Have a good one.
To explain today's crypto sell-off the best way I can tell you. So imagine a huge bank coming in and giving you an order to sell Bitcoin, XRP, all the cryptos that got hit today, ADA, whatever. And you give it to them as a market order. What is that person going to do, or that firm going to do on the other side that has to buy it? They're going to slam it down as fast as they can and buy it as cheap as they can, if they don't have any ethics. And that's what happened today. You saw all of those go down in a blip. Liquidating things, setting off stop losses means like at 250, if it gets there, a certain amount has to sell. They're taking their losses or profits. And they trigger those things, and they keep getting it lower and lower until they can buy the client's amount for sale as cheap as they can. And then they rip them off, and then they let it go right back up. Eventually, they're going to sell the big chunk of what they bought, but you'll see it go back up again. And you're going to see this act a lot more violently to the upside once we start heading into the ETFs. But just be prepared. It's going to be a roller coaster, but it's going much higher, so don't worry about it.
You listen to the way these folks talk. They talk like this place is going to go on forever. Oh, don't worry about it. Just throw that, keep throwing your money in. They act like this place will never fall. That is a clear sign right there. The stock market crashed $1.6 trillion on Friday, and the crypto market crashed $19 trillion. So that's $20.6 trillion lost in one day. You and I could come back and live 10 lifetimes, and we would never lose that kind of money. Seriously. They lose that in one day, and it's almost like, oh, don't worry about it. Just keep putting your money in. Keep putting your money in. No, you ain't going to have opportunities to keep putting your money in, because this place is really done. It's really not much you can do anymore. But yeah, when this place fall, y'all, these people are going to crash out. They're going to crash out. And just listen. And what that sister was saying was true. 2,000 people on Friday committed suicide because the market crashed. 2,000 people. Can you just picture? That is insane. So rather than trying to regain your money the best that you can, you'll just check on out of here. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, 2,000 people because the market crashed. Yeah, that sounds crazy to me too. So, I have two people. Pensy Lola, Yah bless. Thank you for the super chat. I'm transitioning, beloved, moving, always listening. Thank you. Well, you know, I wonder, when these people say, oh, just keep your money in, but see, you know what? They have opportunities that the rest of us don't have. And, for them, it's easy to just dig back in your wallet and pull out more money. Everybody can't do that. But thank you, Pensy Lola, for your super chat and support for my channel. And Mr. Soulful, you said in July, 80,000 Bitcoins got sold from an original Genesis OG wallet, and the price didn't bulge. Laugh out loud. Okay. I'm not surprised. So thank you so much for your support for my channel. Well, y'all, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in these last few months of this year. I have a feeling it won't be a dull moment. It won't be a dull moment. Oh yeah, I did see that about Mount Everest, all those people that got stuck. But you know what? That happens all the time. If you remember a couple of years back, some people fell off of the mountain. It was so many people climbing to the top, some fell, and it was like thousands of people up there trying to climb all at once up to the top of the mountain. And I remember several of them fell to their death. So they do this all the time on Mount Everest. Why? I have no idea. I really don't. And they don't rescue them like they used to either. Before they would rescue, but they said, rescuing them put a lot of people at risk. That's why now, when people go up there, they always find all kinds of frozen bodies up there, people that've been dead for years and years. Yeah, because they don't go up there and rescue them like they used to. Mhm. Uh-huh. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much for being here. I deeply appreciate it. So, be on the lookout for my live streams for tomorrow. Shalom, family.